saying. Hey guys, I'm your host, Rebecca, and welcome to the Korner. That's Korner with the K, and this is meant to be your safe place. Hey yo, that wasn't even meant to rhyme, I'll be so real, but I guess some of us just can't help it, innit? I'm joking. My name is Rebecca, I'm your host, as I've said before, and this is just a space for us to cover anime culture, music, pop culture. We can have some deep talks, give you some of my opinion on some of the popular shows and films that have just come out. For those of you who might be asking why I'm doing this, even me too, I'm asking myself why I'm doing this. But part of it is kind of a way for me to boost my confidence, a ways for me to connect with people that also have the similar interests as me. Because I feel like I'm an introvert and I don't really talk that much, but also because I feel like this is a good way for me to kind of improve my mental health and the mental health of others that might not really go out of their way to speak to people. So I feel like, it's just a good way to connect with other people. And so, that's what I'm going to be trying to do. I hope you guys support me along this journey. It is just going to be me on the mic for now until I find, people that want to hop on with me as well. So to keep it short, we're going to talk about mainly anime, webtoons, manga, just to start off with. And then as time goes on, going to branch into other things as well. But to start off light, the 3 animes I think I want to get you guys hooked on, I want to get you guys addicted to. The first one is Sabiki no Bisco, the third is Platinum End, and the last one is King Ranking or Osama Ranking, whichever, some of you man prefer the Japanese, some of you man prefer the English titles. Me personally, I prefer Japanese titles, because if you wanted to, English, just go and watch an English cut, do you know what I mean? But you wanted anime for a reason, and me, I'm obsessed with anime. I'm guessing if you say the English name, you probably watch dubbed, and I'm sorry, not like I'm judging my dubbed man them, but me, I'm a subbed for life, but if you watch dubbed, just keep that over there. Some people can come here. I'm playing. I love you all. But so to start us off, Sabiki no Bisco, now I would say, if anything, it's kind of a shonen anime. So the protagonist or the main character, the MC, his name is Bisco, and he has his best friend, obviously. We meet him in the first episode as well. He's a doctor. So we find out Bisco is he grows mushrooms. Don't worry, he's not a drug dealer. He just grows mushrooms, and these mushrooms eat rust, and that's because they live in a world where there's a disease, and it's a rust eating disease, and it's kind of like leprosy. It gets onto the skin of people, and it basically just turns your skin into rust. And the people have been led to believe that mushrooms are the cause of the spread of this disease. But I'm further along than you will be as you're just starting it, so I kind of know what the actual cause is. But let me just tell you now, it's not mushrooms. That's just what they want you to believe. They're trying to poison your mind. I'm playing. But we just follow him along his journey as they kind of make him look like a terrorist while he's trying to spread the message about mushrooms not being the main cause. And when I say this guy's he's got a personality like Bakugo. He's kind of loud, he's very angry, but he's strong as hell and he's smart. You think that just because he's loud, he's not really paying attention. Nah, the brother's paying attention. Do you know what I'm saying? There are a handful of characters in that whole show. They all have their own personalities, but I'd say his personality is it's the brightest. It stands out a lot. If you're into the action type of anime, I say 100% check it out. But if you also love something with a nice heartwarming plot, I'd say, check it out as well. And I feel like the underlying message is good as well, because I feel like they're kind of trying to tell people to stop pollution. Because if you think about what's going on in the show, kind of is like a more dramatized version of what could happen to us if we keep going down the route we're going, if you get what I mean. So that's why I feel like it was very, very, very good anime. Only a couple episodes out currently, so you still have time to hop onto it and you're not going to be too far behind. It came out winter 2022, so literally January, it literally just came out. It's based on a light novel, but I have not read it, so I'm just watching the anime only. So me and you, we're both blind, when it comes to this thing. So that's what I'm telling you, man, to hop on. So you hop on you can catch up to me and then we can talk about it together. Because in our next episode of the podcast, I'm probably going to go into more detail about the first 2 episodes. So that's when I'm going to tell you about like the characters' names, what's going on. So by then, if you man haven't watched the first 2 episodes, I'm letting you know now, spoiler call, spoiler need, that's your business, you know what I'm saying? So you better be there. Next anime I want to talk about is Platinum End. This one now, it's more psychological. You man that into like the psychological stuff that really want to get your gears grinding, you want to think. I say check this one out. Not because of, it's not psychological because of the actual content. It's more the afterthought. So like after you've watched the episode or a character said something, you really sit there and you start thinking, what if? Like, nah. Like you fully start scratching your head sometimes, you know what I mean? And I don't know if that's just because that's the kind of mind I have. You know, I'm an overthinker. Or if that's generally the effect it's going to have on people. Because tell you what this anime is about. It follows the main character. His name is Mirai Kakehashi. And for those of you that don't know, Mirai means dream in Japanese. So I feel like that's kind of like a hint as to how deep rooted, you know, how it really, so like I feel like this kid is really onto something. But it starts off, we learn that he's depressed and he's about to commit suicide. And as he's about to commit suicide, he gets saved by his guardian angel. Then we learned that he's been chosen as a candidate, as one of 13 to be a God candidate. That's God with a lowercase g because, you know, pretty self-explanatory, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so he finds out he's one of 13 and that kind of gives him a new lease on life. But I'll be real, the way this brother was acting, you would think he didn't want it. As in, you think he doesn't mind. Maybe a bit too ungrateful. But, you know, over time, as anime goes on, he kind of picks up his pace. He gains his stride a little bit. And we get introduced to a whole bunch of psychotic characters. I kid you not. Some of these men are nuts. Like, yo, when we get into the next episode of the podcast again, I'll go into episode 1 and 2 in detail. As in, I really want to talk to you about some of these characters because if you start to break down some of their issues, I don't even know. I thought Mia was messed up, but I'm just happy these men are anime characters, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'd say really, really check it out if you're the type of person who likes to ask questions after you've watched an anime. Do you know what I mean? You want to ask, because they might make you ask real life questions, not questions like about the anime world, as in you'd be thinking, hey, what if this world is like that as well, do you know what I'm saying? And the last anime I want to bring you guys onto, and this one, don't judge it, okay? You know, look at this one with an open mind. Okay, it's called Osama Ranking or King Ranking, as I said before. Now, this one, from the animation, I thought it was for kids, don't get me wrong. And I had to get into like episode 8 before the plot kicked in for me and I was addicted, like, and I was hooked, like as in like crack, hook, line, sinker, I was there for it. When I say the plot of this, it's just so much backstory that you're invested. And it took me a while to get invested because I was like, this is definitely for kids because this protagonist he's like 3'5". So what am I doing here? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, is this should be on CBBS, but it actually gets lit. So it follows the story of this boy's weak as hell. He's weak as hell. And he kind of has to find a way to overcome his weakness and like show the people around him that he's worthy of being the king of his kingdom. Because he's first in line to the throne, but he has a stepbrother. He also has a stepmom because his mom's dead and his dad just died. Yeah, it's one of them ones. Yeah, it's one of them ones. But when I say the amount of drama and conspiracy going on in this show, like, it's one of the shows where a lot of the stuff that's going on currently happened behind the scenes years ago. So as the script is going on, they're unveiling and unpacking. And that makes it I really love shows like that. That makes it very interesting. It makes it very easy for you to to stay engaged. So I would say definitely check it out. As in, if you're somebody that likes watching an anime lighthearted, like you're not a deep-rooted anime fan yet, but you just need something to pass the time, slap it on. Because even though it's just meant to pass the time, you'll get hooked. As in, you actually get hooked on. So yeah, I say definitely check that out. Moving on, but still staying on topic, I want to talk to you guys about manhwa and manga. So the two manhwa and manga I want to put you guys on is the first one is a manhwa. It's called Solo Leveling. It's got about 180 chapters, 14 volumes. I'm sure most of you should have heard about it. If you haven't heard about it, I'm sure you live under a rock. Yes, you live under a rock. You haven't heard about it. So if you haven't heard about it now, just start lifting your rock. You know, Mrs. Patrick Star, Mr. Patrick Star. Just start lifting your rock. Go to Google, search it up, and then educate yourself, because that right there is oxygen that you breathe. Okay, good. When I say I never knew dungeon, like no dungeon type could get me disinvested. Yo, like you need the system based like manual where they'll see like a system screen, like a game screen, and then they're like a player like that. Yo, check it out seriously, because one, the way it's done, he goes from underdog to OP. His abilities are sick. The artwork is sick. The even the script, or I don't know, the storyline, the development of each of the characters is awesome. Like we watch this character go from like not even the character. We watch the story go from a one-sided, very one-dimensional story about a guy just getting strong and just beating every bad guy that comes in front of his face, to discovering that there is a underlying storyline. Characters have actual emotions and they're driven by certain ambitions and goals. You know, they're not just, all the characters aren't just there to kind of push along the protagonist's goal, if that makes sense, which a lot of webtoons and animes kind of fall into that. They fall into that category, if you know what I mean. Those of you that have been watching or reading for a long time will know what I'm talking about. And that can make things get very, very boring. But yeah, it's completed now, so it's finished. So I would say if you guys need something to pass time or to just read, and you don't want to have to keep waiting for chapters to come out, because me, I'll be real, I like binging. So for my bingers, this one is for you, because you can just binge it completely. I will be covering this in detail over the following episodes as well. I might do like 5 chapters an episode, something like that, depending on, you know, how well I can summarize. But yeah, the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is also a manga. The other one was a manhwa. This one's a manga. The difference is mangas are Japanese, manhwas are Korean. But you know, this one is a manga, and it's called Jujuka no Rokunin. I hope I said that correctly. This one is another psychological one. It's gritty, it's ugly, it's gory, it's bloody. Yo, the adjectives could go on and on. Honestly, I could be a thesaurus for you, man. But I don't know how to put it. Okay, the main character is kind of like if Sasuke had a child with Sai. That's the main character. Like when I say this brother is like, the show starts. In fact, I don't know how to tell you without spoiling it. But basically, the main character is getting bullied, and he gets bullied to the point he considers suicide. But then the guy bullying him is using him as like an experiment. Like it's so messed up to the point where he wants to see if he can bully him to the point where he will kill himself. So what he does is he gets his family in a car accident. He manufactures a car accident. A big word there. Manufacture. But yeah, manufactures a car accident. Or let me even say orchestrates. Yeah, that sounds better. Orchestrates a car accident, killing this guy's family, the main character's family. And that's just what starts. That's what kicks off the story. As in, from there we watch the protagonist plot revenge. As in, the entire thing is it's a revenge story, but it's done so beautifully well that you root for him, but then at the same time it's like, bro, don't fall into this dark hole that you're falling into. Do you know what I mean? It's like redemption is really around the corner. And without spoiling it, in fact, you know, this one here, I'm gonna actually give you, man, 1 chapter every episode, because I wanna drip feed you this one. You know what I mean? This one's like morphine. I wanna give it to you slowly. It's cold. Nah, it's really cold. You man there that don't have self-control, I know you read chapter 1 and then you go behind my back and you go and just finish it. Think I don't know you man there. Don't worry, I've got my eye on you. But yeah. Anyway, that's enough about anime. and all the Niki and nerdy stuff. Don't worry, when I say Niki and nerdy, it's not derogatory because me, I'm a Niki and I'm a nerd. So I see that one day. It's all love, you know. As Lil Durk said to me, I was born a Neek, so I'm a stay that way. But yeah, moving on. Let's talk about R&B. Let's talk about music. Let's talk about Jack James. So his concert, he just had a headline show on the 3rd of March, O'Meara, London. I don't know if you guys were there, but me, I was there. If you didn't buy a ticket, that's your business. I was chopping what? Life. You know what they said? Don't let it chop you. You have to chop it. Honestly, you have to. So it was an R&B vibe, yo. So he had an opening act. His opening was Jamila Barry. I hope I said that right. Beautiful woman, beautiful performance. She even had a guitar, like a live guitar with her. She was doing riffs. She even had the audience singing with her. And then she split us in half and had us going toe to toe, you know. I'll go into more detail like about how the whole vibe of the concert was on my blog. If you guys want to check that out, I'll plug it at the end of the podcast. But yo, nothing was incorrect. Everything was in line. Everything was sharp, on point. You know what I'm saying? As in, she even had them, you know, them long black silhouette gloves that you wear if you're, you know what I mean? Yeah, them classy. She had those on. She had the rings on. She had the coat. You know, she came to give us pepper. You know what I'm saying? She came to raise our temperature, to put us in our feelings. And that she did. Huh? When I say the song she was singing, I was just enjoying it. She performed Cabin Fever. Loved it. I'm even sure she gave me cheeky eye contact. I was trying to be mysterious, you know. Hey, I don't know if you remember me, but if she wants to now come and just treat me to the nice life, my bags are packed. They're ready. We could go now, you know what I'm saying? We could go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm yours. But yeah, after Jamila, we had Jack James on, you know, performed a couple songs. And then, you know, Callie Claire joined him on stage. They performed Temporary Feels together. Beautiful song. Loved their on-stage friendship. I don't even think it's just on stage. I think that they're probably, I don't know their personal, but they're probably friends. The way they were moving, them and are definitely best friends. They're definitely besties. Like, yo, I need to insert me into that friendship as well. Because if it means they be making music like that on the daily, I'm here for it as well. Because the way we were swinging, everybody was swinging from side to side in unison. I don't even know, I was doing brap, bro. That's how cold it was. When I say nothing was missed, they knew what they were doing. He brought out Bella. She performed Evil Eye, another wonderful, wonderful, soulful song. That song was very, very spiritual. I don't know if I was the only one that felt it, but I just felt like that song was very, very spiritual. I got shivers down my spine because of it. And to top it off, I think that something about everybody they have moves. These men are really, they must have like put some rhythm shoes on today. Because if you see how Bella and Jack James are, you know, vibrating on this stage, them man would body rolls, hip rolls. Like, yo, I ain't seen this many rolls in my life. You think this was, I don't know what to call it, but like, yo, these man were popping, locking, breaking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I loved it. And I would go again, you know. Like, I really, you know, I would go again. Believe that I'd actually go again. The vibes are unmatched. Even had to get merch. Was meant to get it signed, but obviously I lacked L-Boy, you know. But next time, it won't happen again. You know, we won't repeat the same mistakes. We live and we learn, you know what I'm saying? Live and we learn. But I really, really enjoyed the concert. Wonderful energy, beautiful, beautiful black faces. The crowd was full of black faces. I don't think I've ever seen that many black faces packed into a venue before. And because of that, I felt very, very safe. I felt very, very welcome. You know, I wasn't even going to lie. That felt like a black space. We love those. You know what I mean? We love those. And yeah, so it was really a great night in London. Apart from tube strikes, so you had to get buses everywhere. That night was cold. So, you know, big up Jack James. And he even teased his debut album. So, he said that it's coming soon. Me, I can't wait. I'll be looking at my watch, keep my eye on the clock. You guys should do that too. I'll be real, keep your eye on that clock. But yeah, that brings us to the end of the pilot episode. And I just want to say I really, really appreciate the support you guys are going to give me. I have faith. And I want to say thank you to all the people that are supporting me behind the scenes. Even though it's just me, myself on the mic right now, I know that I have wonderful, wonderful people in my corner. And I really appreciate them for pushing me to do this and taking this major step. If you guys would like to connect with me while I'm not, posting podcasts, I have a blog as well on Medium. It's called The Korner, same as the podcast. If you'd like to check it out, I'm going to post the link to that on the Twitter account. We also do have a Twitter account. The @ is The Korner. That's with a K and an 8 on the end, so it's The Korner 8. Just follow us, If you do follow the blog, if you do like what you see, join the mailing list so you can be updated whenever I post. If you like the podcast as well, leave a rating in it and follow as well so you can be notified anytime I post. Follow the Twitter account as well. Like, honestly, it's just so I can connect with you guys, because I just need more people to talk to that share similar interests as me. Like, I really just need more faces. And I want to start doing something with my life, if that makes sense. So this just seemed like the perfect outlet for me, especially someone that loves to waffle, because I can talk if you know me and my past, I can talk for days. Like, you get me going on a topic, I won't stop. So, just felt like a good fit for me. So yeah, thank you guys for listening. I've been your host, Deborah, and this has been The Korner.